Are dancers starving artists? It's a question that gets asked a lot, and honestly, there's a reason behind the stereotype. We'll get into that later in the video. But for me, when I say starving artist, it wasn't food I was missing. After months of recovery, ticking every box physically, I realised I was starved of something else entirely. Inspiration. That spark that makes all the hard work feel worth it. So today, another day in Japan, touring the world with my ballet company, I want to take you through a day in my life and show you the moment that gave me back exactly what I'd been craving. Good morning, everyone. It's actually afternoon. It is a new day. I had a little bit, again, a slow start. I think because I'm training later, I get really tired in the mornings. Unlike me, because I'm such a morning person, but jet lag and everything is a funny thing. I did full body flex this morning at the gym. I wanted to do a little bit more, but yesterday I did so much and then my legs felt so dead for training. So now I'm going to go to coaching, hopefully with a bit more in my legs than yesterday. I'm going to try and go to Ginza before going to the immersive experience at Team Labs and then get home and do the rest of my exercises, hopefully. So that's the plan. Let's see if we can execute it. That day, I went into coaching and honestly, I was frustrated. I'd been doing everything right, the rehab, the strengthening, the routines. On paper, I should have been making progress, but honestly, inside, I felt stuck. And that's the thing about being starved of inspiration. It doesn't just feel empty, it builds into frustration. You start questioning why you're even doing all the hard work in the first place. But sometimes it takes one unexpected moment to remind you why it all matters. So straight after my training session, I actually went to this place which sells okonomiyaki. I'm not saying that right, I 100% know that, but I really wanted to try out this kind of Japanese pancake. Basically, they give you the ingredients and you cook it yourself on the grill. Now, in hindsight, picking this place, although it was great and very quiet, I mean, they let me in even though it was lunchtime and they were closing, which was very sweet. It was also 40 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius. And yes, I do know how to use chopsticks, just had a moment there, people. I was absolutely boiling, so I couldn't actually taste anything. So in hindsight, I would have picked a place with aircon. But anyhow, we live and we learn, and I went on to the Ginza food hall where, again, I just was inspired by the amount of different cuisines. And as I said in a previous vlog, I try and film like the things that are a bit different to the UK, but when everything is different to the UK, my camera is suffering. So there was all sorts of like smoothies, bao buns, scones, which I thought was funny because that's a UK thing. And the food hall was literally humongous in the station. And when I left, I think I had overheated earlier in the day and I was really feeling not so well. I think when you overheat, sometimes you feel the effects a little bit later. So I was not feeling super good on my way to Team Labs, but I was determined. I'd paid for the ticket. I was going to go anyway. And boy, was I glad that I did. Despite having to wait in a queue, standing for, 45 minutes to almost an hour, I don't think anything has been more worth it in my entire life. This experience, they gave you like a little intro video at the beginning to show you all the different sections, but as soon as I walked in, I just felt so unbelievably inspired. I'm kind of glad I came here on my own because it just gave me time to sit in each room as long as I possibly wanted. It was an immersive experience. I'd never done anything like this, and this first room, which was the garden section, had like the most beautiful calming music, and I found a quiet little spot and just allowed the inspiration around me to inspire movement. So I hope you enjoy this next little clips of what I felt inspired to do. Inspiration isn't just a nice extra for a dancer. It's the lifeblood of our art. It's what turns steps into storytelling. Without it, even the most perfect technique can feel empty. Inspiration is what keeps us pushing when our bodies are tired, when rehearsals feel endless, and when progress feels painfully slow. It's the spark that transforms correction into growth. It reminds us why we fell in love with the movement in the first place. For artists, inspiration fuels creativity. the way we shape a phrase, the emotion we bring to a role, the energy we share with an audience. And when you're in recovery, like I was, inspiration becomes even more vital. It's the light at the end of the tunnel, the reminder that there's more waiting for you than just rehab exercises and ticking boxes. Inspiration feeds the soul, so the body has a reason to follow. But here's the thing. Inspiration isn't something you can just schedule into your day. It can't be forced. It's often found in the smallest, most unexpected moments. A piece of music you've never heard before, the way the sunlight pours into a studio, a conversation with someone who simply gets it, or in this case, taking this amazing experience around Japan. It's in watching someone else dance with absolute abandon, or stepping outside your own routine and seeing the world with fresh eyes, which is exactly what this day did for me. And sometimes you do have to go looking for it. Travel, explore, be a student again, fill your life with experiences that light you up from the inside out. Because when you're inspired, it shows. Every movement carries more intention. Every performance becomes a gift you're sharing, not just a task you're completing. And for a dancer, that's everything.
I could literally stay forever in this place. It is absolutely stunning. I literally feel so inspired to dance. I'd love to do a whole piece in this place. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful.
So I'm not gonna lie, I literally spent an hour in the garden part of the team labs. There's like 4 or 5 sections and I was like, oh, well, I better move on, but I honestly could have stayed there the entire day. The next part I went into was like more of the garden bit, which was these stones, which later on, make sure you stay to the end because they transform into something truly amazingly beautiful. I then headed into the forest section where they had all of these interactive walls, and this was just a visual feast. I'm telling you, your senses were just in overdrive. It was absolutely incredible. They had like these little slides. They had these interactive like steps that you could go on. Honestly, everywhere you looked was, I could have cried. It was just an absolutely immersive, beautiful experience, and I felt like I could have stayed in every single room for literal hours. Sometimes life feels like being out on stormy seas. The waves keep crashing, obstacles come at you from every direction, and no matter how hard you try to steer, it feels like you're barely keeping afloat. In those moments, it feels exhausting. You feel tired, like giving up. You wonder if it's even worth holding on anymore. But here's the thing. If you just keep moving forward, even when it feels impossible, the storm does pass. And often, out of all that chaos, something really beautiful is created. Something stronger, deeper, and more meaningful than if the seas had been calm all along. There are seasons in life that feel dry, when nothing seems to grow, when every day feels the same and inspiration feels miles away. But it's in those very seasons that something powerful can happen. Because when we're pushed to the edge, when we feel desperate, that's often when the smallest spark can set everything alight. From the ashes of what we thought was lost, beauty can rise. From emptiness, new ideas can be born, and from struggle, strength is created. Sometimes the most breathtaking things don't come from the moments of ease, but from the places we thought were barren. This day gave me back a spark I'd been missing, a small yet powerful flicker of inspiration that reminded me of why I do what I do. After months of hard work, repetitive routines, and moments of frustration, it felt like I'd lost sight of the bigger picture. But in that moment, something shifted. I remember how it feels to dream freely, to imagine possibilities beyond what seems reachable, and to truly make it happen. Of course, that didn't mean the hard days disappeared. Challenges, setbacks, and obstacles were still waiting for me, some looming larger than ever. But with inspiration, those hard days felt lighter. They became less about struggle and more about growth, less about fear and more about the courage to keep going. It reminded me that even when the path feels impossible, hope and determination can carry you through. That spark didn't just reignite my motivation, it gave me a lens to see beauty in the process, to embrace each moment with bravery and to move forward with a sense of purpose. Inspiration has a way of turning the weight of difficulty into fuel, transforming doubt into daring and showing us that even in the toughest seasons, something extraordinary can emerge. And as I promised at the beginning of the video, I want to touch on something many of you are curious about. The stereotype of the starving artist in dance. It's a sad reality that some dancers live with. The aesthetic expectation, the pressure to fit a certain image, and the demands of the art form can sometimes make that term feel all too real. But here's what I've learned on my own journey. Your healthy, whole self is the dancer who is truly full of inspiration, fire, and life. That's what truly matters most. That's what's going to carry you through the hard days and allow you to dream bigger than ever. And that's the journey I've been on myself, learning to nurture my mind, my body, and my spirit so that the artistry, passion, and joy I bring to dance can shine fully. This is a subject I feel super passionate about, and I try and share pockets of inspiration each week with you all through my email list. So if you guys do want to join that, it is completely free. The link is in the description. I try and help motivate, inspire you to continue on your own inspirational journey, because each one of us is on a journey and it is inspirational. Everyone's story is different, but everyone has something they can learn from anyone. So your journey and your path, it's going to be inspiring to another human being. So I hope that you'll sign up and we can share these motivational, inspirational stories together. I also have something really exciting in the works. I've been working on it since I've been injured and I cannot wait to launch it. It's going to be launching literally in just a few weeks' time. If you do sign up to the email list, you will be the first to hear about it, and it is all around these subjects that I'm currently talking about. So if that is something you're interested in, if you are looking to motivate yourself, inspire yourself, and gain the confidence you've been looking for in life, I really, really recommend signing up to the email list so that you're ready when all of that stuff launches. I stayed so long at Team Labs that it actually got dark. I think I was there 3.5 hours. I loved every single second. This is the most favorite thing I did in the whole of Japan. So make sure, if you did make it to the end of this vlog, here's my little yog bowl at the end of the day, make sure to comment this emoji and make sure to join us on the rest of the adventures by clicking the subscribe button, because there are so many more videos coming. Yes, there are more challenges, and trust me, there's a lot more tough days ahead, but facing them with inspiration is a much better way to do it than any other way. So I'm really, really glad to have taken you along with me on this day. I hope you'll join me on the rest of this journey. Remember to keep dreaming big and making it happen.
We're gonna get